Welcome to my channel. I go by the name of K Souls. Before we move forward, please subscribe, put on that notification bell, like, share, comment, let me know your opinions. So if you don't know already, I recently came back from Thailand. And if you check my channel, or maybe you've seen them already, I recently did a vlog for Phuket and the PP Island. And now I'm going to take you through the last place I went to, and that's Pattaya, the infamous Pattaya in Thailand. And yeah, I'm just going to walk you through my trip, take you through kind of a vlog. I don't know what to call it because I'm at home right now, but I wanted to do it while I was out there, but I didn't want to do me going to different places and saying, hey, I'm here, whatever. I kind of wanted to sit and talk through it, kind of like what I started doing in the Phuket, but I was having so much fun that I didn't finish the filming. So I came home and did the rest of the talking kind of thing, and then added the footage. So I've still got all the Pattaya footage that I'm about to show you, but I'll talk you through it while I'm here, basically. So yeah, we was in Phuket first, so we took a domestic flight to Pattaya, and I think it cost us like the equivalent of £50, and it was like I think it was an hour and 20 minutes flight. And then yeah, we got to Pattaya, we got a boat. So if you want to know my stories on taxis in Thailand, it's a similar thing to Phuket. When it comes to Pattaya, you can use boat, or you can take the risk and go with the meter taxis, but boat is the cheaper option. So we did that from the airport to our hotel. Now this hotel was like an apart hotel, is that what they call it? The ones that are hotels, you get the service as a hotel, but it's kind of like an apartment. So yeah, I stayed in one of them. Now I wasn't too pleased with the hotel or the apartment. To be fair, the location weren't great, but it was close to the Tiger Park and the floating market. So for that reason, it's quite good. But then in the area, it was just like off a highway. Like it reminded me of like what we would call a dual carriageway in London, and it's like that's just on the main road, and then a little kind of alleyway road led to our hotel. It was called Vibe ×2 Pattaya. The hotel was cool, but also I ordered sea view, a room with the sea view. And the sea was quite a distance away. Like in front of me was other buildings, other things, and the sea was like in a distance. So I don't really think it makes sense for them to say sea view, but I guess they got a sell in it. So yeah, I took the sea view. It was like an apartment with a balcony that looks at the sea, but the sea's in the distance, like I said. And yeah. So we checked in, unloaded, chilled, got familiar with the hotel, and we had dinner. I must say though, the restaurant in the hotel, they did good food, but here's another thing that annoyed me about the hotel. In the pictures, the swimming pool looks amazing because it's giving that infinity vibe. Like it's like on the top floor you got this. Well, I didn't even know it was on the top floor. I was very fooled by the pictures. They should find their photographer, but the photographer was kind of selling dreams, I can't lie. But I couldn't tell in the pictures whether the swimming pool was at the roof, on the rooftop, or whether it was just a normal landing. But it was basically on the rooftop, but it was right next to the restaurant. So this didn't make sense to me. So basically, where people eat, the swimming pool is beside them. Yeah. So if you just wanted to go for a quick swim or whatever, like I do, sometimes in the mornings I like to go for a quick swim. You'll be there with the people that are eating breakfast, literally right next to each other. Like the tables and chairs are there, and the swimming pool's there. So if you're splashing now, you might end up splashing people that are eating. If you want a bit of privacy, you won't get it. And then the hot tub was out of order, wasn't in service. And on top of that, the swimming pool was small. So I can't lie, I wasn't impressed with the hotel. And if you watch my video on Phuket, you would see the level of hotel I had there. Like, I had deluxe pool access. Like, I could just step out of my room into the pool, and the pool was going all the way around the hotel. Like, it was just so much better. And so that was a bit of a letdown. But hey, we're here, we're in Pattaya, let's enjoy. Do you know what I mean? That was the mindset. So once we had settled in, we wanted to go straight to the infamous walking street. You know, like you always, I personally went down a rabbit hole of researching so many Pattaya videos, heard so much great things about it. So we was eager to go. The last complaint about the hotel was that it was 30 minutes from Walking Street. So each day on this trip, we wanted to go to the Walking Street in Pattaya. It would take us 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back. That's an hour of a holiday wasted. Compared to Phuket, which Phuket was like 10 minutes each way to Bangalore Road. So I guess I can't really blame Pattaya for that, or the hotel for that. We chose it. It didn't seem like, I don't know, I think I looked at how close it was to Pattaya Beach, and where Pattaya Beach is so big, Pattaya Beach can mean anything. It can mean far out, but another part of the beach. But that was a good thing, because where the hotel was, we was near the quiet part of Pattaya Beach, which was good, to be honest. So there was a beach by us, but it was just not where everything's happening, which in some cases is good, especially if you just want a calm holiday, you know. So yeah, we went to Walking Street. Even though it was 30 minutes, the good thing was the boat was very cheap. The taxi was cheap. It was the same price as what we were paying in Phuket to go 10 minutes away. So it was like we was always getting 160 baht coming up to 200 baht, depending on whether there was surge pricing. You know how it goes with Uber and Bolt. And yeah, we went there. Now Pattaya. Now I'm just to let you know, I may compare Pattaya and Phuket a lot in this video, because it was two different experiences, and the only comparison when it comes to me talking about Thailand is Phuket, because Phuket's where we started off and then we went to Pattaya. So compared to Phuket, Pattaya seemed a bit more, I don't want to say run down, but let me just say Phuket was cleaner and then just nicer than Pattaya, to be honest. And Pattaya was very busy, so the walking street was much busier than Phuket. As soon as we got there, of course you're gonna see all the women outside massage parlors. You're gonna see people selling you stuff on Walking Street. We walked through, typical story, you know, people trying to get you to go to their bars, their clubs, women outside, lady boys, all of that stuff. One thing that was different though is we came across a big boxing ring, or let me call it a Muay Thai ring. So anyone who's been Walking Street will probably have seen this, but on Walking Street, like as you're walking through, there's an area where there's a Muay Thai ring, and there are fighters fighting, obviously fighting for entertainment, but they're really fighting, they're really making contact. they all know each other. They're all friends. They're used to it, and I'm sure they, you know, as much as it's real, they probably rehearse and decide who's gonna win, and you know, it's fake but it's real. So the contact is real. They're really hitting each other and all of that, but they probably plan the fight, and you know, it's probably staged but real, if that makes sense. Sorry, I went round in circles trying to explain it, but you'll see in the footage what I mean. So that was cool. That was an interesting experience. We just chilled there, had a drink, watched Muay Thai in real life. Now, this was an interesting experience because I'm a big guy. I stand out, and yeah, I'm easy to notice, you know. And the thing is, what they do in this Muay Thai place is they perform, they'll fight each other, but they also offer members of the public to come into the ring and fight with them, you know. I didn't want to do it, not because I'm shook or anything, because like there's just people watching. I guess there's a bit of shyness there, and I don't want to, you know, I'm not a Muay Thai guy. I would love to learn it, don't get me wrong, like Muay Thai is sick, but yeah. But anyway, obviously the guy pointed me out. He was like, come. Didn't want to go, so I just kindly rejected. And then after, one of the guys that worked there said, "Oh, do you want to come in the ring? Don't worry, we don't have to fight or anything. Just come take pictures." Me, knowing that I'm going to be doing this vlog, knowing that I wanted to improve my Instagram, I thought, why not? Yeah, but I was still a bit paro because when I was waiting on the side, someone who had already seen the show, like I think it was another tourist who may have seen a show there before, he told my friend to tell me that this is a trick. When you get to the ring, they're gonna draw you out. So I was there, I was by the side. I don't know, like I was kind of intrigued as well. So I didn't back down. I just said, all right, cool, whatever. But I'm personally there to take a picture in the ring. Do you know what I mean? So I got in the ring now, and we took the pictures. So they were right about that. I got my pictures, as you can see. But what was funny, and this is when I knew that, like, Pattaya, this is when I understood the culture in Pattaya, right? So they took the picture now. Then when the pictures were taken, as I was walking out, one of the organizers asked me for some money, like, but didn't say I was being charged for the photo, but just, you know, come and help me, like, you know, I've got you a picture in the ring, you know. So I thought, all right, fair play, innit? Gave him some money. Then the fighter now came to me. I was like, come on, because the fighter that took the picture of me, he was the one directing me, telling me what to do. We kind of made it out like we did have a fight, do you know what I mean? And then, so I understood his position in it too, and I thought, okay, so I gave the first guy some money, then I gave him, then another guy. That's when I knew that, okay, this is their hustle. They will take pictures for you, they'll do all of that, but they're all gonna ask for money. So different people, different fighters, different people that are part of the Muay Thai business were coming up to me asking me for money. Like, oh, help me too, oh, you gave him. I just said, guys, I'm not giving no more money out. And I just walked out. Called my friends and we walked out. I realized that it was one big hustle. Then I understood that, okay, Pattaya is a bit different. They're more aggressive for money. Like, they're more like, everyone's trying to get a bag there. So that's a little advice for you. I went through that, so just understand, if you go see the Muay Thai, yeah, you can go there and watch it free of charge. You do have to buy a drink though. But if you get more involved with them or you want pictures, be willing to spend some extra money, give tips out and all of that. I don't have a problem with giving tips, but you know, when it was each individual coming up to me asking me. Like, they could have ran through my whole wallet that day. There was a lot of them there that worked there. So imagine if I gave every single one of them some money. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was the first experience of the Pattaya hustle. So after the Muay Thai experience, we walked through the strip, did the kind of the same thing we did in Phuket. We just went to see what was going on, what's around, kind of decide what bar we wanted to go into first. I noticed that there's a big like Indian community in Thailand as well. So there was like, I think there was like 2 big that I noticed Indian clubs that play Bhangra and all of that. So that was quite interesting. But then when I think about it, it's in Asia, innit? So they're very close to Thailand, more than any other kind of Western country. So it only makes sense. And then, so I saw quite a few of them, walked through the strip, got to the end, then turned back. Then we saw this place that looked quite live called iBar. Now, this iBar is a very big spot, like, and it's different. It's different from what I'm used to. They had multiple rooms. They had like a riverside area, the area that leads out into the sea. They had an upstairs, they had a snooker area. They were playing good music in iBar. iBar was a vibe. So many women. It's just a vibe. Very lit up, very like futuristic place kind of thing. So we went in there, we had a couple drinks in one room. Then when we went to like the outdoor area that leads to the sea, it's like a nice area, and then the sea's outside. We noticed that they were doing a deal where you can buy a bottle. But at first, before I go into the deal, we noticed that in the area, the outdoor area, every table had bottles. So we kind of felt silly just having like cups of drink. And then we found out that there was a deal, like they do a very good deal. I can't remember how much it is now. But basically you can buy a big bottle of drink and it's cheap. It's Smirnoff, another Russian brand. Well, the option are Smirnoff, another Russian type of vodka, and there was one other drink that I can't remember, but we wasn't interested in that. So, but we found that doing that made more sense than buying individual drinks. It's more of a thing where people just have their bottle and that's what they have, is rather than going back and forth to the bar, you know? So yeah, so we got a bottle of Smirnoff, we drank that. It was a vibe, we was really enjoying ourselves. And then all of a sudden, like about 1 a.m, lights went on. The lights went on. The security was rushing everyone out and they said police have locked off the whole strip. No one understood why or what it was about, but apparently it only became like that after COVID. So I don't know if that's the link to it or whether they know that if they close late, a lot of people flood out onto Walking Street and maybe it's hard to really clear the area. I don't know, but basically all the clubs locked off around 1 a.m. on the first night and everyone had to kind of go home. So as we were about to go home, we met some Americans again, just like we did in Phuket. And they were telling us about a local bar that a black American, or they call them an African American, guy opened in Thailand. And they said, yeah, Walking Street may be closed, but that bar's gonna be open. So they called their friend that owns the bar, and then we ended up taking did we take a tuk-tuk? Yeah, we took a tuk-tuk to this bar. Now, for those that don't know, a tuk-tuk's just like an open air bus, like a mini truck that can carry about 6 people, and it's open air, and that's how a lot of people get around in Thailand. So we took that to this bar. It was a small bar, But we supported the man's business. He's an African American that opened up a business in Thailand, in Pattaya. So we supported the business. We chilled there till like 6 a.m. Had a drink. We were playing real Afro beats. Yeah. And yeah, it was just a vibe. It was nice. It was a nice first day in Pattaya. So the next day in Pattaya now, I woke up, I needed to get some toiletries and stuff. So I decided to explore the middle of nowhere area that our hotel is in. So the only thing that I was a bit paranoid about is there was free roaming dogs there. But the more I was in the area, I kind of realized that they could actually be security dogs, because there was like a group of them and they moved information. So I don't know if any Thai people can confirm if their dogs are that well trained, but it's like they all moved information and they didn't have no owners with them. But when one of them ran, they all ran. I don't know, it was just, it's like a gang of dogs, a pack, you know what I mean? But we had them around the hotel area, so sometimes you'll see one or two of them roaming, and then you'll see the rest of them come or whatever. So I was a bit paranoid because of that. But apart from that, that area was very quiet. I remember walking to the shop, the local shops. Now, because like I said, it's in the middle of nowhere, where the hotel is, you go up the alleyway and then you get to that dual carriageway that I described earlier. So I just decided, even though it doesn't seem like a typical road you can walk on, let me just go up there and find something. Just walk, and whatever I find, I find. So I kind of took a risk and walked on the side of the dual carriageway, and there's no pavements or nothing. It's just like, move at your own risk, innit? But as I kept walking, I noticed like a couple shops, but it's weird, the area is so quiet that you would think they were closed, but the closer I got, they were open. It was just quiet in that area that we were in, basically. So I got to the shops, got the stuff I needed, went back to the hotel, and then had some lunch in the restaurant. Like I said, the food's good there. Enjoyed the view. Didn't really care for the swimming pool because, like I said, the swimming pool was small, and I wasn't motivated or inspired to go in that pool, to be honest. So it was just more of a chill day, really. But we did hear from the Americans that we met last night. We did hear about a popular club called 808 in Pattaya. Like, it's a well-known spot, just like Sugar and Phuket, but in Pattaya, this one pops off. And man, when we went there, pops off. Serious, sick in there. Really enjoyed it. Played so many bangers. Big crowd. I even saw some like well-known travel YouTubers in there. So it was the place to be, basically. Same thing that happened in Ibar the night before. At 1 a.m, lights came on, everyone had to leave. And it was annoying because it was a vibe in there. So next day in Pattaya, woke up feeling a bit, I wouldn't say, I can't remember having a full hangover, like a proper hangover, but you know, when drained, I would say I was drained. So I needed energy. On my stroll the day before, I noticed that there was this like kind of food market area opposite the shops. So we decided to go there and get some street food from this market. And my days, it was so cheap in there, so cheap. So we walked through, had a look at what was around. I just got some noodles and a seafood omelette. And me and my friend decided we'll go to the beach and have like a little picnic with the food we got and just enjoy the views. And this is where I appreciated staying in a part of Pattaya that was very quiet and wasn't all about the rush. And because Pattaya, the main part of Pattaya is very busy, do you know what I mean? And even the beach is quite busy. So this part of Pattaya, the beach was quiet. The type of people that were there were actually locals and families. So we literally chilled on the beach, ate our brunch, I would call it, because it was like breakfast, but it was a late breakfast because it was out the night before, and literally just chilled on the beach and slept. I slept on the beach, guys, in Pattaya. That's how peaceful and nice it was. Just chilled there, listening to the sounds of the waves, the sea, and just fell asleep. So we did that. That was a nice experience, a nice vibe, chilled, you know. And then later on that day, we decided that we were gonna go to another part of Pattaya where they call Soy 6. Everyone knows it's quite infamous. A lot of people talk about it. I saw so much information about Soy 6 on YouTube as well before going. So we decided to go there. We took a cab from our hotel, that long 30-minute journey. And then as soon as we got off, literally he dropped us down at the top of Soy 6, I believe it was. And this is where I listen, I didn't know the levels. Like in Phuket, I think we only saw Bangla Road. Well, all that, and when I say saw, I mean like the hype of like women and all of that. It was mainly on Bangla Road. Obviously you got the roads, you know, lead onto other roads, and you see the massage parlors and all of that. But Soy 6 was full of women. Full of women. Wow. So many bars on each side. So many women just sitting outside. You've got women on that side, women on that side, on each side, yeah. And not only that, you're not just seeing them, they are calling you. It was a lot. And you know what the funny thing is like, now upon reflection, I understand what women go through when us men catcall. Like, you can't, it's overwhelming. And it's like my friend was, it was even funny because I was looking at my friend and I could see that he was looking straight. And he was not spotting the talent. Me, I don't care. Like, I was looking at girls, but I was standardly saying, no, like, you're not gonna, I'm not gonna allow you to pressure me into coming to your bar or whatever, or doing whatever they want you to do. But my friend said that he didn't want to make eye contact. So imagine that, and I'm sure, yeah, that's what women go through, like, on a day-to-day, in even in Western society, like, because as men, you know, like, we chase. So it was funny that he said that, and I found it quite funny because it's really that deep. Like, you make eye contact, they'll call you anyway, but you make eye contact, yeah. If you're a weak man, you're gonna get dragged into spending your money, basically. So we walked through there. We didn't stop off. We just walked through, took in everything that was going on, and then we ended up on the main part of Pattaya Beach, I believe. And there was a McDonald's there, like worldwide restaurants, chains of restaurants that you would get, you know, like the KFC. Well, I don't know if I saw KFC. I think that was in Phuket. So we took all that in and we explored the main part of Pattaya, like the central part, walking streets in that area too, but we didn't focus on walking street. We went Soy 6 and then we just went to the beach area, enjoyed the views and took in everything that was going on in that area, basically. So the next day, today was an exciting day because the plan was to go to the floating market and the tiger park. So yeah, and obviously one good thing about our hotel is we were right by these two. Floating market and tiger park are literally opposite each other, like maybe 5 minutes away on each side of the road. So let's say tiger park's on the left side and floating market is on the right. Basically they're literally 5 minutes away from each other across the road. So we started off at the floating market. That was a good experience. I mean, it was a good experience, but a bit underwhelming, if that makes sense. So we got there. You got a choice. You can just go through the market, or you can pay to have like a boat tour. But obviously, from what I've seen, and the reason why I wanted to go there is because I wanted to experience going on the little boat. So we got into the boat, we wore the cultural hats, which was quite cool, and then we floated through the market. And yeah, it gave me cultural vibes. Like it felt like I was taken in Thailand from a cultural perspective, and it was good. It's a bit of a tourist trap. Like obviously, everyone's trying to sell you things there, but they're not like aggressive with it. You come, you can buy whatever. It's not like, oh, they're calling you in or anything. So we floated through the market, just saw the scenery first. Then when that kind of tour was over, we went into the market. I didn't really get anything. My friends bought some cool t-shirts. We ate rice again. If you saw my Phuket vlog, I was saying that during this Thailand trip we had rice upon rice upon rice. So yeah, this was another spot we ate rice. And yeah, it was a good experience. I did a foot spa there, and I've always wanted to do this one, but I've kind of been shook. You know the one where you dip your foot in like a fish tank, and these small, I don't know what type of fish they're called again, but these small fishes, they eat your dead skin. So I tried that for the first time. That was quite cool. Made a bit of a difference to my feet, but yeah, did it in Thailand. So once we was finished at the floating market, we went 5 minutes down the road and went to the Tiger Park. Now, this is one of my highlights of my whole trip to Pattaya. I'll say this and the PP Islands, because I don't know what came into me. Like, obviously I was a bit scared to do this. It was one of my friends out there, he really wanted to do it. And of course, it's a new experience. I'm down for experiences. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I was a bit like thinking, am I really gonna go and stand near some tigers? Like, and we got there, and when like you have an option, you can see the baby tigers, the medium tigers, or the large tigers. Yeah, we went for the large tigers. Then you also got another option where you can go for the safari, and you can literally go directly to the tigers, chill with them, touch them, and take pictures. Sounds risky, doesn't it? Very risky business. We did the whole package. We wanted to go through the safari as well as up close with the tigers. So we went through the safari. The safari, we started off by doing that. So the safari, you're in one of these like a car, but it's not a car, it's like a safari, you know, these like safari cars, yeah. And what's scary is that one of them had like tiger claws ripped through the window, like you could see the shape of the tiger claw on the window. So already that had me on the edge of my seat, boy. I was on edge because it looked like it cut through the window. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, we went through the safari, and you go in this kind of car thing around the safari, and literally there's just tigers around doing their own thing. A lot of them seemed quite drowsy, very chilled, some of them sleeping, and yeah, So we got through that, made it through the safari, came out alive. That was cool. And then now it was time to go up close with the tigers and take pictures. So yeah, we did that. I mean, luckily I saw other people do it and survive. So I guess that gave me a bit of confidence to go and stand next to a tiger, touch it, and take pictures. Even like when I posted on Instagram and stuff, people were like, "You're brave, better you than me. I wouldn't be doing that." Do you know what I mean? And like I was quite shocked because I was thinking, "Raw." It then made me realize that wow, this is big. Like I really was with a tiger. Like, what danger did I put myself into? Like they're real tigers. They're not. It's not no dummy Madame Tussauds shit. Do you know what I mean? Real life tigers. But the way I look at it is either a lot of them have spent their whole existence in this tiger park, so they're not in the wild, so they might not be as wild, or they've been given stuff to keep them calm. Do you know what I mean? But thank God I got my pictures. It was cool. It was a safe experience, and it's amazing because like I didn't even think I could do or I would do something like that, but that was one of my highlights in Pattaya. And yeah, got the pictures. So yeah, this is a good segue for you to go check out my Instagram, and you can see some more footage and pictures there. Do you know what I mean? So after Tiger Park, we decided to go back to the central part of Pattaya, and on this day, it was the day England were playing in the World Cup. I can't remember what team they were playing, but all I know, it was the time when they won and they were banging in the goals. I know that's not a precise description. It's like a shot in the dark a bit, innit? But at the end of the day, all I remember is we went to watch the England game. We watched it at a place called Pasha's Coffee Shop and Cocktail Bar. It was quite like a nice place outside the big shopping centre in Pattaya, and we sat there, we had some drinks, some cocktails, watched the game. There were some other English people that came there too, and it was kind of just a vibe, like, you know, and England won, so we was on vibes, was excited by that. And we just chilled out in that area. We went to the beach to chill for a bit as well after that, as it was turning dark. Then after that, we just took a stroll just all around Pattaya, enjoying the scenery, taking it in, finding new things. And we went through, like Tree Town, you know, the infamous Tree Town that everyone talks about. We went through there. We'll just, at this point, I think we was looking for somewhere to get a massage. And as we were looking, we came across, okay, you know how I said before, yeah, how we were avoiding falling into a woman's trap, like getting pulled into a bar or whatever. But I remember going past this go-go bar and there was just this beautiful girl, like, and all three of us, yeah, couldn't deny the beauty. Like, even one of my friends, she came over to us because this is the dangerous thing about Thailand, yeah, is like, you know, as a man, when you see a woman, sometimes you check her out more than you even think you're checking her out. So it can catch your eye and then you stay on it. You might not just switch, like you might not turn away straight away. But if you give any of these girls that extra second when you clock them, yeah, that's it. They're taking that and running with it, and that's their opportunity to hustle you. So she saw us all kind of look at her and discuss amongst ourselves. She ran over to us started flirting. My friend even said, "Oh, I can't even look at you. I can't look at you. I can't look at you," because she was actually beautiful. So yeah, she won us over. She won the business. We ended up going in the go-go bar. Now the baddest thing is, to be honest with you, it wasn't bad that we did that, because not that it's a bad thing to do that, but I mean, like, I don't feel like hustled, even though we was hustled. But I don't feel like, I don't feel manipulated or anything like that, because we didn't really go to a go-go bar during our trip, to be honest. So it was like our first go-go bar in Pattaya, and we went in there, typical strip club settings, and same thing as I said in the Phuket vlog. There's a lady drink price, and all these girls are gonna come up to you and sell you dreams, convince you to buy them a drink, and their drink on the menu is not the same price as the drink that you would buy for yourself. It's called a lady drink. So it's like the girls work there and they can drink, but the customer has to buy them their drink, and it's a different price compared to the normal price, for those that don't know. So a lot of these times, these girls, they'll come over to you, sell you dreams, flirt with you, make you feel special, and then encourage you to buy them a drink. So I think we had like a few shots. We bought the girl a lady drink, and then we didn't stay too long, but we experienced it and it was fun, yeah. To me, I'm not fazed by strip clubs. I think like it's the best place to go to get blue balls. So we left there, and that was that. And yeah, that actually completes my trip to Thailand, because Pattaya was the last place we went. Personally, I prefer Phuket. I feel like Phuket has a nice balance of beautiful views, holiday vibes. You can relax there. To me, it's cleaner. It's giving more island vibes. But if you like hype, if you're the type of person that has come to Thailand for party, hype, women, sex, all of that stuff, then yeah, Pattaya is the place. But I would say Phuket is just a bit more, I think for me personally, my experience, nicer, cleaner, more calm than Pattaya. But they're both two beautiful islands, and Thailand in general was an amazing experience. Like, I'm so happy I went. It's been on the bucket list, and I'm happy I did it. Overall, I would say it is the land of smiles. Any man can go there and feel special. Do you know what I mean? If women is what you're looking for, there's a plethora. There's plenty in Thailand. There's so much stuff to do there, and yeah, it's cheap and cheerful. Literally, the only thing that costs money for me going to Thailand is the actual flight, but hotels, apartments, the cost of living there is cheap. I heard that it used to be cheaper, but to me, a Londoner, that the cost of living has gone through the roof. Thailand's cheap. So it was an amazing experience. I would definitely recommend it. If you're looking for somewhere to go and have fun and enjoy paradise and smile and release, Thailand is the place. So yeah, guys, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And yeah, I'm going to try to do more of these kind of travel vlogs. There's a lot of places I want to go on my bucket list, and I'm going to bring you guys with me. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace out.